Hi, greetings, friend and fellow mover. So, we are back with another fall fitness workout, and what we have for today is about 1 hour, and we're using the weights. So, in addition to an array of dumbbells, I've got a spectrum for myself, starting with eights on the low end and then going all the way up to 20s. I'm probably not going to want those 20s, but it's nice to have the options. So if you have several sets of dumbbells or adjustable dumbbells, that's ideal because we're doing a lot of compound moves today. Compound meaning that we're doing upper body and lower body at the same time, or mostly that's what it means, or it simply means we're doing more than one thing at a time. And that's going to add a level of complication for your nervous system to organize, and that means usually lower weights. So I'm going to use these more moderate, medium weights today, and you're welcome always to choose your weights based on your fitness level. You just want it to be manageable, right? You want to be able to keep good form and good technique, and preference the form and the technique over the load. So always going down in weight if you need to keep good form and technique. The last piece of equipment that is optional is these loop resistance bands. I've got as well a couple options there, and that will be again optional, and we're only doing a few moves that will include that. So if you have those, you can pull those out of the closet and have those in your arsenal for today. If you don't have them, you don't need them. Okay, so we're going to get started with dynamic mobility. As we usually do for dynamic mobility, we're working with the timer. So we have 40 seconds on the clock here. And our first couple moves are for the shoulders. So clasping opposite elbows, there's the timer to start. And take the arms up overhead and then out to the sides. So up and out. And if this is the first real movement you've done in your day, take your time. We're going to go through this mobility series 3 rounds. So you'll get to see this 2 more times, and you can always go a little deeper, bringing the arms further back or further overhead. You can always go faster, increasing the pace. I always like to save something for later. All right, so our next move is just a cross arm. So we cross the arms, and then to add a little bit more action to the lower body, getting the heart rate a little higher, let's do a tap behind. So we cross the arms in front, we tap the toe behind, and that's pretty much the whole story with this one. As I'm crisscrossing the arms, I alternate which arm is on top. So you can open up your chest when the arms go wide, and you can open up your upper back as the arms crisscross. And then we're just moving the feet to get a little more heat in the body. Next move, let's come into a dynamic twist. So for this one, going side to side with rhythm. You're always welcome to tap your back toe. I tend to keep my feet planted, but it all depends, on how it feels in your body. Sometimes it can be a little tweaky in the knee or the low back to keep the feet planted. So if that's the case for your body, definitely do the toe tap option. Let's see, next move we're doing our squat hinges. We do these almost every time. So we start in a standing position, karate chop the hips back, flat back, do a squat at the bottom, just to your depth today, and then stand, reach straight up and go for the length of it, and repeat. Hinge to squat to stand. And find your own pace. When we work with the timer, there's no pressure or demand to count repetitions. There's nothing to count. You don't have to count. So You just fill the time that you've got at your own pace. Next move is an alternating lunge, stepping back and stepping back up. So we get a little bit of balance here, a little bit of coordination with a single leg move. Let's add a twist. So this time, whatever leg has gone back, you twist the opposite direction. And another way to say that is whichever leg is forward, you're twisting that way. So if I got left leg forward, I twist left, yeah? No rush with this one. Again, you can move at your own pace, but we're not trying to go quickly. Okay, final move is just a tap out jumping jack, or like a low impact jack. We've got the arms overhead each time and a light toe tap to the side. So we get a little bit of lateral range of motion here, going to the sides. This is the final move in our mobility circuit. We're going to repeat going back to the top. We got a couple moves for the shoulders. So first move again is to cup the elbows and take the arms overhead. Call this one take off your shirt, yeah? Get a really nice range of motion there. Whew, just opening up, awakening the body, bringing everything online so that when we get to those dumbbells, we can have a really good experience with strength training today. All right, 5 seconds, then we cross the arms in front, crisscross, and add that little toe tap behind. And again, you can go at your own pace. You can find your own rhythm. Really, this whole mobility series is for you. It's really designed so that you can get into your own body today. You can get a sense of how you're feeling, how you're moving, where you're stiff, where you're tight, where you're sore, where you're limited. Like just become very aware of, let's do the dynamic twist, becoming very aware of what you're working with today before you dive in to the more high demand stuff. So, enjoying here, just a nice rhythmic rotation, waking up specifically through the core of the body, so the two sides of your spine, the two sides of your waist. Our next move will be the hinge squat stand. So again, flat back, karate chop the hips back, that's your hinge. Then you drop your bum to squat and you reach to stand. Any pace, whatever pace you like. And again, just feeling into your ranges today. How are those hamstrings feeling? How's the belly? How's the shoulders? Our next move is the alternating lunge. We're going to add the twist right away on this round. So we get a little bit more rotation. Rotation is something we don't usually get enough of in our movement practices. So it's always nice to include rotational movements in our routines, making sure that we don't increase or enhance a blind spot, something that's already a bit of a gap in our movement profile. We want to try actually to fill those gaps, not widen them. Next move, final move, we're going to come up and do our tap out jumping jack. Now we do have some jumping jacks and some jack patterns in the routine today. So this is just your first opportunity to start feeling your way into a jumping jack. knowing that there will be more to come. We're going to run through this all one more time. And again, if you're starting to feel like nice and perky, nice and juiced, you could go faster. You could pick up that intensity. Or if you're still, if you're moving slow today, or if you're sore from a previous workout, then take your time. It really is up to you here. You are now familiar with all of the movements, so it's just about putting your own spin on them so that they really work for your body and where you're at today. We have just about 5 more seconds, then crisscross arms. Here we go. So tap behind, cross in front. Hopefully you're starting to feel a little bit better than when you started already. Again, just a little bit more alive, a little bit more fluffy and alert. Always good to be fluffy and alert, right? Sure. Whatever you say, Julia. Okay, next one. Let's do our twist. Any arms you want. Sometimes I like bringing my arms up into a cactus. Really letting that back arm swing back to open that side of the chest. But of course, we're in control the whole time of the swing. So you're putting on the brakes with the abdominal core every single rotation. Next move. As we return to the middle, hinge, squat, and stand on up. Again, all at your own pace. Especially now that you know the moves. The idea here is to get the 2 major movement patterns of the hips organized and ironed out. So we've got the hinge, which is the flat back like a deadlift, and then we've got the squat. And those are 2 basic movement patterns for the hips that we'll see in almost any workout. Lunges with a twist. This time, I'm gonna have my forearms level with my chest. And I'm gonna put one hand on top of the other. Now really, this is not, there's no right or wrong with the arms. You can do any arms you want. But when we consolidate the arms like this, it makes for a bit of a deeper twist. With the arms free from one another like we did earlier, there's less torque, right? So you don't get the same leverage with that. Let's do the jacks. Now, when you hear the beep after this one, without a break, we're gonna go straight into 40 seconds of regular jumping jacks. Now, if you're not jumping today, or you prefer to do low impact workouts, then you're gonna stay right here with this. Otherwise, in 10 seconds, we're gonna jump. Now we have 4 rounds of 4 different jacks. So this is number 1, and it's just a standard jumping jack, right? Remembering the low impact is your option to utilize throughout these 4 rounds. So you can always go back to that toe tap out. We have about 10 seconds more. Keep going. And our next one is hands to shoulders, pressing arms straight up. So when my feet go out, my arms go up. This is a press jack, and we'll see this later with weights, but for now we're just practicing it with our own body weight, so we're not holding anything at all. And we have about 10 more seconds here for the press jack. Then we have another arm variation. So we're going to be doing up the front, out to the side, up and out, up and out. And it's actually called an up and out jack. So imagine that. Here we go. We only do these 4 rounds of jacks one time, so you won't be seeing this one again. Just give it what you've got, getting your heart rate a little bit higher, really pumping some blood through your system. We do have one more variation. So we're gonna do crisscross. You crisscross your feet and you crisscross your arms. And we are here for just about 30 more seconds. So stay positive, enjoy. You might start feeling your calves because it is a lot of bouncing. You're gonna start to feel your heart and your lungs. Just a few more seconds, almost there. Breathe. And done. Okay, shake that out. Whew, you might be feeling a good calf pump from that one. I know I am. Shake that off. Shake it all off. We're moving on. So we have no rest Tabatas. What that means is 20 seconds. Excuse me while I set our timer. 20 seconds of one move and just 10 seconds of a second move. We've paired these two like a superset. All right, so first pair. We've got 20 seconds. Pardon me. Get rid of my gum. We've got 20 for safety. Safety first. Safety first. We've got a lunge bicep curl combo for 20 seconds. Then we'll be dropping right into 10 seconds of switch jacks. If any of this is new, what I usually advise is watch once or twice, try it once or twice, and then just reset the video to this point and we'll get started together. So choose a weight that you can bicep curl. Whatever you think that might be for right now. We're doing 4 rounds. Nope, so sorry, we're doing 8 rounds, my goodness. Okay, so we're doing a forward lunge and a bicep curl. Now I'm going to show you 2 ways you can do this. The first way is what I'm doing. So you come into a lunge and you curl. You come into a lunge and you curl. Yeah. Next round. So I'll finish that sentence in a moment. Weights are down, jump switch. Jump switch. Make sure the weights are wide enough that you don't bump your foot into your weight. Now as you stand up, step back. Whoa, and start again. So I'm going to show you the second way you can do this, which is you lunge and then you stand to curl. Lunge, stand to curl. So what you're going to do is choose the one you like. Good, weights down, jump switch your lunges. So your hands are on the weights and you alternate side to side. And then when you're ready, you stand, or not when you're ready, but here we go. Stand and repeat. So you've got forward lunge, bicep curl. Try not to throw the weights around. That's going to get more tempting as we get more winded. Try not to. Weights down, ready switches, here we go. You can switch really quickly if you feel explosive today. Come on up. Now, I think what I'm going to do today is every other round, I'm going to switch up the technique, just because that is what I feel like doing. But you can do all of one or all of the other. Let's come on down, switch lunges. So you're starting to feel how this pattern works. Now you just got to stay with it. Whew, here we go, back to lunges and curls. We're doing so great, guys. Plowing right through this first one. Weights down, lunge, switch, go. By first one, I mean that we're doing several, yeah, let's come on up. We're doing several pairings with this same format. Just stay now. Alternating lunge and curl. Good, keep going. I'm realizing you probably can't hear the timer. Ready? Weights down. There you go, weights down. Jump switch. When you hear the beep, come back up for lunges. Come back up, lunge it out. Lunge and curl. Remember, try not to swing. Hopefully you picked an appropriate weight for this. If not, you can always press pause and swap out your weights. Good, weights down, here we go, jump switch. I think we only have one more, guys, after this. Stand, here we go. So we're gonna try it one more time. Heart rate coming up. These compound moves really elevate the heart rate. Keep breathing. Down for lunge switch, go. And time, you're done. Okay, so little breather. Heart rate down, try to keep moving around and just recover. So when we take our recoveries, you can move in any way you want. You can do little releases, little stretches. You can grab water. Okay, next one. So we've got two more pairs, same format, but different moves. This is more focused for upper body, and we actually don't need the weights, it's just body weight. Making sure your space is clear there. We have a push-up, of course, right? We have a push-up, gotta have push-ups, with a down dog cross tap, which is opposite hand to foot. And then we're just gonna hold. We're gonna hold plank, or we're gonna hold down dog, and it's your choice. All right, so obviously holding plank is a little bit tougher than holding down dog, but we have 8 rounds. They're both going to be tough as we proceed. So you get to pick and choose, mix and match as you like for that 10-second hold. So again, 20 seconds, push up, cross tap, 10-second hold. And listening for that timer, let's begin with the push up, down dog, cross tap. So in down dog, hand to opposite foot tap, come forward, 1 push up. And just a second, so sorry, the timer didn't actually start. So sorry. That's what happens. Okay, now for real, down dog, cross tap, opposite hand to foot, forward, adjust as you need, push up, back to down dog, cross tap, other way. So it's other hand to other foot, push up, repeat, alternating which side does the cross tap. Keep adjusting your feet if you need to. All right, now hold plank or hold down dog 10 seconds only, and then we repeat. So we'll go back to down dog cross tap. Here we go. And a push up, obviously, right? At any time you can do knees down on those push-ups. Depends how strong you feel today for that movement. Every day is different. Hold plank or hold down dog. If you're in plank, shoulders pull down from the ears. Push the hands down, plug the hands into the floor. Good, go again, down dog, cross tap. So you can see how this will build over 8 rounds. Working constantly in the arms and shoulders. I love doing upper body without any weights because it's so challenging. Hold what you're holding. Breathe. Start again. Here we go. Cross tap and a push-up. If you can go much faster than me and still keep good technique, please do it. I tend to be very slow with my push-ups. And I'm not apologizing for that. It's just an observation. Hold. So if you're someone with a lot of upper body strength and power, cross tap, go, 20 seconds. Then I really do encourage you to challenge yourself and go at your own pace. Again, we're not counting reps. It doesn't matter how many you do. Maybe you do 1, maybe you do 10, right? Doesn't matter. We're all just doing it. Hold. We're all just doing it for the same time, but we don't have to do the same reps. We're gonna go again, ready? Cross tap, begin. And I think really no matter what your fitness level, these are gonna start to catch up with you. If not, right, if this is pretty easy for you, then I would suggest add weight, right? Hold. So you could wear a weighted vest. You could put on a backpack with some books in it. If you have a small, willing child, have them climb on your back. Begin, cross tap. And that will help increase the level of intensity and really make it, a good challenge for your body. You want it to feel like a challenge. I know for me, hold. This is plenty today. Just my own body weight is kicking my ass. So there you go. Cross tap and push up. We're almost at the end, guys. Hang in there. Remember, knees down on push-ups anytime you want. Time, hold. And I've started, you might notice, or might not, but I've started holding down dog instead of plank. It's because I'm frying my shoulders. Oh, and we're done. Oh my goodness, what a treat. I had no idea. Okay, come down. I had no idea. Come down, recover. Okay, that was awesome. Next one involves a little more jumping again. This can be weighted or unweighted. I'm gonna hold weights, but you don't have to. So you could do this body weight if you prefer. What we've got is a combination of curtsy squats where you step behind. So it's just like taking a bow at the theater, right? So let me show you here. We step behind, shoulders stay pretty much square to the front, right? So it's behind and to the side, little curtsy. So we're gonna do one of those. Then we do a plank hop, which is like a burpee, but there's no push-up because we just did a ton of push-ups. I will say, if you're advanced and you want to up level, then add a push-up, okay? Or if you just love push-ups, put a push-up in there. Because it's only 20 seconds though, I'm not going to do a push-up. All right, so choose weights for that curtsy that seem. Again, I'm going moderate. If I were doing a lower body strength day, I would definitely go heavier. But this isn't lower body strength day, right? This is like total body metabolic burn. So I'm gonna go medium with my weight. All right, so let's, hold on just a sec, so sorry. Let's get my timer back. And begin. So 20 seconds, curtsy, squat thrust, which is like a burpee, and then up into curtsy other side. Ready? I'm not sure you can see all of me, so sorry. Ready? Let's begin. So you've got curtsy one side, and then weights down, jump back, and jump up. And then curtsy other side. So you've got a little deadlift in there when you go down, and then when you come up, it's a little deadlift. So using your glutes, not your back. Okay, and I just realized I forgot to tell you. Hold on, I'm gonna reset our timer. I forgot to tell you for 10 seconds, we're gonna be on the weights, or you're gonna be on your hands for mountain climbers, running your knees, okay? So, let's get ready for that in 3. So you're on your weights or on your hands, plank position, and then run your legs. Go, 10 seconds here. So you got an extra break while I explained it. That was my fault. Okay, now jump up, stand up, and start again. Curtsy, squat thrust, and curtsy. So it's like a plank hop. Yeah, that squat thrust. You just jump, tap your feet, and come right back up. Once you get a feel of it, it gets better. Plank and go, mountain climbers. 10 seconds each time. So this is your pattern. Let's just keep going. Jump up and curtsy. Squat thrust. Or plank hop. You can call it either one, whatever you like. I always like to say a rose by any other name. It sweats just as much. Plank and run. Here we go. Are you ready to go again? Here we go. So higher heart rate on this one, you may have noticed, because there's jumping. But it's gonna go fast, I promise. We're already practically halfway done with it. And I feel like I just got finished. Mountain climbers, I just got finished explaining it to you, and we're already halfway there. And jump up, curtsy. So think lower body, core, and heart rate, because that is what this one's about. Run it. Back up. Curtsy. How you doing? Getting a little winded? We got 2 more rounds, which means we're super close. Plank. Go. Mountain climber. We got 1 more after this. Then we are done with this format. We're moving on. Up. Last time, guys. Give me your best. Keep breathing. We are going to run it one last time, guys. Take it back, run it, go. This is it. 10 seconds here. 3, 2, and time. All right, that may have only been 7 rounds, but I'm calling it. Recover. Walk around, catch your breath. Sometimes on the timer, it's hard to see if it's 1 or 0, but I'm gonna say we're good. Catch your breath. Here's your recovery. We have about 1 full minute to let the heart rate down. Okay, so while you recover and grab a quick drink, I'm gonna tell you what we're moving on for our next segment. So we saw dynamic mobility, we saw some jumping jacks, We enjoyed the no rest Tabata 2010s. Now we have trisets. What triset, not to be confused with triceps, which are muscle group on the back of your arm, that's a different thing. Tri, as in 3 sets, is 3 of 3, okay? So if you worked out with me last week, you experienced the 45-15 interval. We're seeing that again. We're gonna be slowing things down. There's a very small amount of jumping in one of these 3 moves. Mostly this is not about high heart rate though. Mostly this is strength and control, okay? So our first move, squat with a pivot reach. You're gonna find weights that you are confident pressing over your head. Then we squat in the middle. As I come up, as we come up, we're gonna turn, reach overhead, tap the back toe, and then come back to middle and repeat on the other side. Now, you could do that with one weight held end to end, something like, something like this. You could do one weight, all right, or hold 2 weights, which is what I'm gonna try for here. You have 3 rounds, so you will see this again. You can make a different weight choice next time. I'm gonna get us started because we've already had a long rest. There are, however, 2 more moves coming our way in this tri-set circuit. So let's do this first move, and then we'll get into the second move after 45 seconds. So you're ready to squat, pivot, reach in 3, 2, here we go. Squat center, up, and to the side. Squat center, up and to the side. So you've got rotation, contract the glute on that stance leg. So not the one that's pointed, the other one. Contract the glute, contract your abs. Get a good deep squat in the center. If you go heavier, it's gonna slow you down, so that's okay. Adjust your pace based on your weight choice. Okay, next is an alternating jump switch with a front raise. There's balance here. So take an extra 5 seconds. You're probably gonna go lower weight for this one because front raise is really very challenging on the shoulders. We're gonna be on top of the weights. We do a jump switch like we saw earlier. We stand with a knee up and we take the arms. So we stand with a knee up and we take the arms forward and up to shoulder level. As always, apologies for my camera angle. You can't see all of me, but hopefully you can see enough to know what we're doing. Okay, so 1 foot forward, jump switch, here we go. Then stand, knee up, balance, front raise. Wow, lost my balance on the first one, but that's okay, we get to try again. So knee up, front raise. Go again. Jump switch, stand balance, and lift your arms to about shoulder level. Okay, so really concentrate here because there is so much balance and coordination. Again, there is a little deadlift when you stand. So stand from the strength of your hip and your glutes, not your low back. Time. That was 45 seconds of that. Breathe. That is the only jumping move we have. Final move. Single leg. We're going to come down into a 1-leg hinge, and then we do a rear fly. Okay? So, squeezing upper back and shoulder blades together. Ready for that? In 3, we're going to be alternating the legs. 2, the arms are doing the same thing the whole time. Here we go. So 1 leg you hinge, hold, and then rear fly. Come up, switch your legs, repeat. Now you can, I'm going to show you that. You can always tap your back toe to the floor So you're leaning over the front leg. It's still a hinge, but it's not full balance. So if that's how you need to work today, please do it. Squeeze your shoulder blades, control that weight. So this move is a great example of why we're not using heavy weights today. There is so much to negotiate here. And we really want to focus time. We really want to focus on quality and not quantity. Ready for the first one? Let's go back to the top. Squat, pivot, ready? We're going to run through them again, guys. Set, begin. Squat down, tap, pivot, reach. Your own pace now. Again, these days I'm feeling a little slower, so you don't have to stay with me. If you're feeling more powerful and stronger, then please make it your own. You can make it as hard as you want by adjusting the pace and adjusting how much weight you use. These workouts, in that sense, are very adaptable, very scalable. Time. We got the jump switch with the front raise. So I gotta go a lot lighter for that front raise. Ready to jump switch. Let's start with it. Down, in position, and begin. Jump, stand, balance, front raise. And go back down, lunge, switch, go. Stand, balance, woo, front raise. Take your time, but if you feel confident with it, I do challenge you to pick up the pace, be more athletic, be more explosive. Really, whatever you want. It's your day. It's your workout. I'm doing what I can do today, and I hope that you are doing what you can do. And we all just understand that every day is a different day. Time. We have single leg hinge rear fly. Ready for that. Choose your weight. I'm going to stay with the same weight. Pick a leg. Here we go. Hinge and fly. So we want a flat back on that hinge. You can have a little bend of your standing leg, but your back should be straight. I often get questions about the back leg. It really doesn't matter. Yeah, so don't worry about the back leg being high. Just let it do whatever it does. And as we saw, there we go. As we saw on the first round, you can modify by having your toe on the ground the whole time. The back toe on the ground. Time. For those of you that also instruct, I know you know this, but it is so hard to balance and talk at the same time. So this round I'm going to talk a little less and focus a little more. Ready? Squat, pivot, ready, go. Pick your own pace and just stay with it. Almost there. Time. Okay. Jump switch, balance, front raise. Last round here. It's the last round for all of these. Choose a foot to be forward, get down there, ready, position, begin. Jump switch, stand, balance, front raise. Repeat. Good, guys, we're in it now. Stay with it. Time, okay. Wow, single leg hinge, rear fly. Last time. 5 seconds. Here we go. Last round. Just give it the best that you got. Staying over in that hinge as you fly. Really working a lot of hip strength, a lot of single leg strength. Terribly, terribly not easy. Time, okay. Take a short recovery. Clear your mat. Let your heart rate down. Keep moving a little bit. Any movement you want. Also great time to grab a drink. Also great time to grab a drink. If you ever hear a chicken cackle, that's just the timer going off. So it's one of the small ways I make it fun for myself to do these workouts, is I have like barnyard friends. Okay, so we have a half Tabata. What that means is 20-10 again, but instead of 8 rounds as we did before, we're doing 4 rounds. This is higher heart rate, as if our heart rate isn't already high. Yeah. Loop band optional. So what we're doing is press jacks, and the loop band, if you your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to bind your legs. And you can go, the lower you go, the harder this is, right? So I'm above my knee, which is actually the easiest position, but you could go to the top of your shin, which is below your knee, or you could go to your ankles, which is the hardest. What we're gonna do is choose a weight. You could use one weight in each hand, or you could use one held side to side, the 2 ends of the bell. This is what I'm gonna do. All right, and then the movement is exactly what we saw earlier with our 4 styles of jacks. This is the press jack. Now we've got weight. All right, 10-second countdown. So if you're using a band, grab it. Get it on. If you're choosing your weight, you could also do this as we did before, right? You could do this body weight. But if you're good to go with me, we are off and running with these press jacks. Here we go. 20 seconds. Time, recover. What I should have said there is it is a total of 20 seconds. Okay, and we've got 4 rounds. We're gonna go again. I'm taking the band lower. Here we go. So I adjust, that's better. I adjusted the band because it felt a little too easy. Doing great, almost there. Time. It is hard to talk with those, so I'm still with you, I promise. Just hard to use your abs. Ready? Go. Stay strong. Time. So make any adjustments you need to, but this is your last one. 5 seconds. After this, we get a rest. Ready? Go. So this is just a little burnout from that first try set. Pump it. Time. Okay, little recovery. You can take the band off if you're using it. My calves, this is a little, there's your chicken. Little personal information. My calves, personally today, are still completely blasted from some running I did a few days ago. So I haven't been running a lot. When I do run, I feel it. So that one got me. My calves are dying. Okay, moving on. We have an upper body tricep. 45 seconds on, 15 seconds off. Make sure you grab a drink of water. I'm gonna reset our timer. So we are back to slowing things down, focusing more on form, more on technique, and more on strength. These are, however, also compound movements, which means we're doing more than one thing, okay? Whew. So make sure your space is clear. You're gonna grab a weight. This is our first move that you can use in this position. I'm gonna turn camera a little bit, okay? So we're gonna be working shoulder pattern. It's here, then it's overhead, then it's back down cactus, then it's chest press. So here, 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 and 45 seconds of that. I'm gonna go light. I suggest you go light. You can always adjust as we proceed, but because it's a smaller muscle group and we're holding ourselves in that lifted arm position the whole time, it catches up really fast. So I suggest go light. 10-second countdown, so you've chosen your weights, yes? Again, we have 2 more moves coming up after this, but let's do this first. Ready? Cactus, close to the front, open back into cactus and push overhead. Good. So keep going. Close, open, and push. So we call this like open and close the shutters because you've got that cactus chest press in there. Squeeze your glutes, squeeze your abs. If you want a real challenge, guys, check it out. You could do this seated. Now that sounds like it should be easier. It's not, right? Because you can't use your lower body at all when you're sitting. Time. Today, I'm having us do it standing, but maybe sometime in the future, we will do it seated. So for this one, we're down in plank. Again, I'm going to suggest watch a few and then join in. I'm honestly really not sure about my weight choice because I don't often do this movement. So I'm going to have a lighter weight on standby just in case. All right, so we are doing a push-up. And this is the last time you have to do push-ups in this series. This is the last time you have to do push-ups in this whole sequence, this whole routine, this whole workout. So I know push-ups are tough for a lot of us. Give it what you got. And then we're going to open into side plank and do a shoulder press. Again, if it's new, please watch first. All right, I'm just going to jump right into it. Timer is, we got 5 seconds. Timer is going. All right, push-up on those weights. Then open to the side, side plank. You can stagger or stack your legs as you like. Pull the weight very close, right across your nipple line. Yes, I said that. And then press it up and press again. So it's a double press, push up, other side. So I pull the weight very, very close to my body. Straight up, double pump, and push up. And we just go side to side. If it hurts your hand to be on that weight, then put your hand on the ground. I just keep it there for efficiency, but if it bothers you, you certainly don't have to do that. So we don't get too many of those in 45 seconds, but that's okay. You got a few extra seconds to change out your weights. Upright row, and I'm going to grab these actually. Upright row bicep curl. Same thing, I'm not sure, I might have to go down in weight, but I'm going to try this because I like the challenge. Upright row. Oops, forgot the timer. Aren't these live workouts so much fun? Okay, it's just like real life where your instructor is a mess. Okay, here we go. Upright row. And then flip your hands, bicep curl. Go again, flip your hands every time. So palms face you for the row, palms face away from you for the curl. Just keep flipping and pulling. So this one is a pull combo. Again, all of these moves are combo moves today. That's why even though we're not jumping very much, there's not a lot of conditioning work. Heart rate is up the whole time. A little bit breathless the whole time because we're working so many different we're working so many different patterns all at once. Back to the top, you've only got 10 seconds to choose your weight for the shoulder shudders. This is where we open and close, right? Cactus, and begin. So when we push to the top, you really kind of like punch through the ceiling. When you close the shutters to the front, squeeze your chest. When you open to cactus, squeeze your upper back. Again, this is many upper body muscle groups. Co-contracting, co-efforting, working hard this whole time. Elbows stay up, elbows stay at shoulder height on all those cactuses. Wow, and that is time. That one really got me today. I hope it did. I hope it got you too. That means we picked a good weight for ourselves if we're getting pretty fatigued. Here we go. Push up, side plank, double pump with a press, and begin. I want to pull. Again, I can't emphasize that enough. I want to pull and press the weight up and down very close to my body. If side plank is a hard position for you, this is going to be particularly challenging. Give it what you can. Give it what you got to give. Knees can always come down on that push-up. Time, all right. Carefully, come on up. Get your weight for upright row, bicep curl. We have 5 seconds and we go. Thank goodness there's 15 seconds in between. Am I right? Woo! Without those 15 seconds, I don't think I could even change out my weight. We always want to be mindful, careful in our transitions, especially if you're going heavy for your body today. Never, please never let yourself feel rushed, because that can be when injury occurs. You always want to feel that you're in control and that you are ready to go. And if that means you pause the video and rewind it, that's okay. Do that 1,000 times if you need to. All right, so we are almost there. Time. Let's do the whole thing once more. And I can always tell when I've not been doing enough upper body lifting. Wow, because I am feeling this today. Ready. But it's good. I like it. Here we go. It's good. It's good. It sounds like I'm complaining, but I promise I'm not. I am just reporting. I'm reporting that it's getting me. Thank goodness also it is only 3 rounds. So 3 of 3 for this tricep, and we are on round 3 right here. Now, as you may have guessed, we do have a finisher. We're doing another half Tabata after we finish this circuit. And that will be our big finish for the day. Time. Yep, I barely made it through those. Okay. Push up, side plank. Let's start with a push up. Here we go. Take your time. Do good quality reps. Focus on strength and balance and coordination and control. Oh. Time. Yep, it's working. We got one last. Upright row, bicep curl. 5 seconds and we go. Begin. Let's rock this one. Together, guys, just knock it right out. Strong and controlled. If you went lighter, obviously you're going to go a little faster than me. I went heavy today. I'm struggling, but I'm going to persevere because we've only got 10 seconds now. And time. All right. Amazing job, guys. Put those weights down. Make sure your mat space is clear. So this is your half Tabata, little burnout. And as you may have guessed, you have one more jack. That was your chicken. You have one more jack. So I'm gonna need a minute. Okay, so shake it out. I've got like noodle arms right now. My goodness, you guys, I really need this Fit for Fall series. I am so glad we're doing this. All right, so it's all about me as usual. Half Tabata. Moving on. I digress. 20 seconds on. 10 seconds you rest. You actually get 10 seconds off. It's only 4 rounds. We're doing plank jacks with shoulder taps. You can thank me later. All right, so the band is around the legs. The lower you go, the harder it is. We're going to be doing a jack with the legs out and in. Again, this is in plank. As we jack the legs, we're going to coordinate opposite shoulder taps, so it goes pretty quickly. Okay. Contain your hair. We're ready to go. We have no... we are not good. I almost set it up for 45 seconds. And then I said to myself, no, we are not doing that. We are getting loopy today. Okay, we're doing 20 seconds. Ready in 3. Ready to jack and tap. 2. Here we go. So legs go out and you tap. Out, tap, out, tap, out, tap. Time, 10 seconds. Adjust your band if you need to. I'm going to go a little lower. Ready? Plank position and begin. Time. Again, make any adjustments that you need to. I'm losing my band today. Ready? Go. Number 3. Remember, we only do 4. So this is it. Big push to the finish line, guys. One more, and then I have for you a very, very final burnout. Ready? Let's do this. Do this first. The burnout is just jacks. We're going to be done with strength. Time. Come on up. Awesome job. Okay. So, if you want the challenge, you're going to keep the band. I'm actually going to go up in resistance just for fun. Okay. Now we could be done because that was great. But since we're here, let's take an extra like 2 minutes for cardio conditioning. So I want to send you off with a nice high heart rate burn. So we are repeating the 4 jacks. I'm just going to set the timer. We're repeating the 4 jacks that we did at the beginning. Nothing new here, nothing new. We're just going to push through. So 10-second countdown. We got 4 of these. Jumping jacks, regular jacks are first. Garden variety, just like gym class. Here we go. 3, 2, go. After this, keep going, keep going. After this, we have press jacks. We're not going to use a weight unless you want to. You're welcome to grab a weight for those press jacks if you want. Actually, you know what? I think I want to. I think I will. So in 10 seconds, real quick, I'm going to grab a weight. You can do that too. You don't have to. It's optional. 3, 2, 1. Press jacks. Go. 40 seconds here. After this, up and out. Ten seconds more. Up and out, go. Whoa. Feels really spooky to put that weight down and then move your arms. I love it though, it's awesome. Breathe in. Doing so great, guys. We have one more. Now for this one, I am going to take that band off really fast. In 3, 2, we got crisscross, go. So if you were not using the band, no problem. Crisscross jack, right to the end of the routine today, guys. This is it. "20 seconds. Seconds. 3, 2, time. All right, step side to side, just step. Step it out. Heart rate coming down. Nice and easy now. Let's do a little cool down. Hopefully we got your heart rate up there. If not, you know, maybe you're just happy that you witnessed me struggling and getting my heart rate up there. Oh, in which case, thank you. Thank you for being with me. Whew, okay, from here, cross your arms. You can set your feet and just cross your arms and uncross. Cross and uncross. Nice and easy. Feel that heart rate. And observe yourself as you start to recover, as the breath comes easier, or the breath comes more easily. I should use correct English. And as the heart rate starts to recover, as well as the breath rate, you're going to feel your heart slow down. Let's catch one foot and release it, and then the other. And we're just going to go side to side without really holding it. So you practice again with a little bit of balance. But also just like quick elastic mobility, in and out, in and out. Not asking the body to hold anything for too long yet. We're just going to keep moving a little bit more. One more. Other side. Good. As you step your feet a bit wider than shoulder width, hands to your hips, push your hips to the side, little side bend, and you can use the hand on your short side to gently press. Good. Other way. Again, just gently press so you're opening through the elongated side. Let's go side to side. So you can now choose your own pace. Just doing nice rhythmic little side bends here. I said in the beginning during the mobility set that twisting, like rotation, is often an overlooked link in the chain, but so is side bending. So lateral movements as well as rotational movements are in all of my programs so that we can complement all the other movement that we do in life that is much more linear, much more forward and backward. Good. Come back up. Feet step wide. Let's take the arms up. We'll do a little twist here. So as you hinge, opposite hand to foot, and then reaching the top arm in the air. And if you don't reach your foot, of course, that's fine. So you can touch your thigh or your shin instead. We're trying to keep the spine pretty long. Good. Come back up, reset. Strong legs, hinging, flat back. Other side, twist. And a little pause. Let's do that again. So from the top, star, and then twist. Pause. And up again, star. Little twist. Star at the top. Hands to your hips now. Toes are parallel, so feet face straight forward, toes face straight forward. Hinge and fold. And just take a moment. You can keep your hands on your hips. Place your hands on your legs, ankles, feet, or floor. And just give yourself a couple moments there. Good. Let's get a little rotation while we're down here. So it looks a bit like downward facing dog. We're going to take one arm and bring it straight forward out front. You can go palm or fingertips, whatever you prefer. And then reach the other arm under to catch your leg. And you could catch your ankle as well, whatever works. The idea is that the overhead arm is straight at the elbow joint. So there's a real quality of reach and a real quality of push. So you're pushing your fingers or your palms forward and down. That's what makes it like down dog in that top arm. But then check it out. As you get the rotation of your rib cage, your bottom arm is bent and you're actually pulling. So there's a push of top arm and a pull of bottom arm. And this is very important. It is not aggressive. I would not recommend being aggressive. I laugh, but yeah, seriously, don't. So just guide yourself with push and pull, guiding, but not yeah, not being aggressive. We'll leave it at that. Okay, come center, both arms straight forward. Reach both arms. Notice the difference on the two sides. If there is any noticeable difference, you just pause and notice it. Okay, side two. Switching over. We're not holding many stretches today, but we're going to hold this one. Give it a couple moments. And just feel your way into these like opposing forces, the internal actionable dynamics of this stretch and this pose and this position. So top arm, big reach. Bottom arm, gentle pull. And you feel it where you feel it. It might be legs, it might be shoulders, it might be your spine, your back. It might be all of the above. Lucky you, right? If you check every box, you're getting a lot of bang for your buck. Okay, like a down dog, both arms reach. Really tip your pelvis forward on the tops of your thigh bones, so your tailbone goes up and back, and your palms go forward and down. That's the opposition in this one. Okay, we're gonna walk the hands in, more underneath your chest, and then walk your feet in so that you can do a deep squat. So whatever that distance of feet is that works for you, and guide yourself down. Take a moment in your squat. Such an amazing job today, you guys. I hope you feel incredible. We got a lot in a relatively compact amount of time. We did like upper body, lower body, core integration. We did a ton of balance, agility, coordination, and cardio, right? We got some really good conditioning and hopefully some good sweating into that as well. So I hope you enjoyed, and I hope it serves you well in your day. I will say goodbye to you now. I hope to see you again. Woo! Shake that out. We're going to be back next week, and we will do a completely new and different routine at that point. I look forward to it already. So have a good one, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.